You've been told your whole life that fruit is healthy. But what if I told you that's only half the truth? Because for people over 60, certain fruits can quietly accelerate aging, damage your brain, and spike your blood sugar worse than a can of soda. And here's the scary part. These fruits are often marketed as digestive boosters or natural detoxers, but they could be sapping your energy, inflaming your body, and cutting years off your life. Today, we're exposing the 4 fruits that could be quietly harming you and revealing the 4 that could reverse years of damage. If you're over 60 and care about your health, don't miss videos like this. Tap subscribe and turn on the bell icon right now. Also, tell us in the comments, what's your favorite fruit? You might be surprised where it lands on today's list. We read every comment and love hearing from you. They told us fruit was healthy, natural, safe. But what if they were wrong? What if some of the very fruits you've been eating, the ones sitting right now in your kitchen, the ones you believed were helping you, were actually doing the opposite? Because the truth is, for people over 60, your body doesn't handle fruit the same way it used to. You see, the older you get, the more fragile your systems become, your metabolism slows, your insulin response weakens, and your brain becomes more vulnerable to inflammation and sugar damage. And that's where the danger lies. Because certain fruits that are often labeled digestive boosters or rich in antioxidants, may actually spike your blood sugar faster than a can of soda, speed up aging, and even increase your risk of heart failure, stroke, and memory loss. A recent study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors over 65 who regularly ate specific high-sugar fruits had a 57% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions tied to high blood pressure, diabetes, and brain decline. Let that sink in. Fruit, something you thought was keeping you healthy, might be slowly shortening your life. Let me tell you about Dolores. She's 71. Sweet woman, walks every morning, never smoked, eats a mostly plant-based diet. Her one guilty pleasure? Fruit. I eat it instead of dessert, she told her doctor. Every morning, a bowl of grapes, a banana, maybe some pineapple. Afternoons, a date or two, maybe a few dried apricots. She thought she was doing everything right, but over time she began gaining weight. She felt sluggish, her blood pressure crept up, and her memory, in once sharp as a tack, started slipping. At her next checkup, her doctor said something that shocked her. Dolores, your blood sugar is through the roof. This is pre-diabetes. She was stunned. But I don't eat junk. I barely touch sweets. He leaned forward and asked her one simple question. How much fruit are you eating every day? That was the turning point. Because here's what most seniors don't know. Not all fruits are created equal. Some fruits act more like candy in the body. Pure sugar, no fiber, flooding your bloodstream and overworking your pancreas. And over time, that sugar does real damage to your blood vessels, your brain, and your heart. But don't worry, there's hope. Because while some fruits can quietly drain your energy and sabotage your health, others are powerful healers. They lower blood pressure, strengthen your heart, sharpen your memory, even help you feel younger than your age. Today, we're going to break it all down. 4 fruits you need to avoid immediately, and 4 that could change your life. And you'll want to stick around until the very end, because the last fruit on the danger list is one that's refreshing, delicious, and wildly popular, yet could be quietly aging you from the inside out. But first, if this message has already made you think twice about your next snack, hit that subscribe button now. We've got more life-saving insights coming every week. And tell us in the comments, what's your go-to fruit? You might be surprised where it lands today. Let's talk about the truth no one told you. Some fruits, the very ones you've been told are healthy, might actually be aging you faster than time itself. And if you're over 60, the danger becomes even greater. Because your metabolism has slowed, your insulin resistance has increased, and your body can no longer process sugar like it used to. So let's go over the 4 fruits you need to be extremely careful with. Starting with one of the most deceptive, number 1, grapes. Tiny, juicy, refreshing. A handful feels harmless. But don't be fooled. Grapes are loaded with sugar, and almost no fiber to slow it down. That means every bite sends a wave of glucose straight into your blood, spiking your insulin levels faster than some candy bars. Let me tell you about Harold. He was 68, recently retired. He wanted to eat better, so he cut out soda, chips, and processed foods. But every afternoon, he'd sit on the porch with a big bowl of grapes. "I thought I was doing the right thing," he said. But slowly he started gaining weight, felt tired all the time, and at his next checkup, his doctor looked concerned. "Your A1C is climbing," he said. "You're heading toward diabetes." Harold was shocked. He wasn't eating junk, but he was flooding his body with sugar every single day. That's the thing with grapes. They're nature's candy. And if you're over 60, eating them regularly can do real damage to your blood vessels, your memory, and your metabolism. Number 2, pineapple. Now, pineapple is tricky. It sounds healthy, tropical, bright, full of bromelain, which helps with digestion. But here's the part they never tell you. Pineapple has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit. That means it sends your blood sugar skyrocketing. And for seniors, that can mean crashes in energy, inflammation in the joints, and a tiredness you can't shake. Just ask Irene. She's 74, loves pineapple smoothies, started having one every morning. But within weeks, her arthritis got worse. Her knees ached. She needed to lie down every afternoon. She thought she was helping her body. But that fruit, it was lighting a fire inside her system and making her symptoms worse. When her nutritionist cut the pineapple and replaced it with low-sugar fruits, the swelling eased. Her energy came back. Pineapple might feel good going down. But if you're over 60 and dealing with inflammation or blood sugar issues, it could be quietly hurting you. Number 3, watermelon. This one surprises people. Isn't watermelon mostly water? Yes, and sugar. Watermelon has a glycemic index of 72. That's higher than ice cream. That means it can cause a sugar spike and a sugar crash. Not only does that mess with your energy, but it can also increase hunger and cravings. And that's not all. Watermelon is a natural diuretic. It makes you urinate more, especially if you eat it in the evening. Let me tell you about Tom. He's 79. Every night after dinner, he'd enjoy a cold bowl of watermelon. Said it helped him sleep, but he kept waking up, sometimes 4 times a night, to use the bathroom. One night, he stood up too fast in the dark and fell. Luckily, he was okay, but it scared him. When his doctor asked about his routine, Tom mentioned the watermelon. The doctor smiled gently and said, "Try skipping it for a while." Tom did, and within days, he was sleeping through the night again. Watermelon isn't the enemy, but for older adults, especially if eaten before bed, it can lead to restless sleep, frequent urination, and even fall risk. Number 4, dried fruits, raisins, dates, figures, dried mango. Let me be blunt. These aren't health foods. They're concentrated sugar bombs. When fruit is dried, all the water is removed, but the sugar, still there. Dense, sticky, and fast-absorbing. Just a handful of raisins has as much sugar as a candy bar. But there's more. Because dried fruit sticks to your teeth, it spikes your insulin, and it keeps your body in a constant state of sugar overload. Ask Miriam, 66. She thought she was making better choices. Swapped cookies for dates, kept a few dried apricots in her purse for when she was out. But then, she noticed something. Her teeth started hurting. Her dentist found 3 new cavities. Her blood sugar was up. And her memory, it felt foggy. "I was forgetting names," she said. "Even people I'd known for years." The culprit? Constant sugar spikes. Dried fruit was aging her from the inside out, affecting her teeth, her blood, even her brain. Once she stopped eating them, her energy returned. Her dentist gave her the all clear. And her mind, sharper. So let's review. Grapes, pineapple, watermelon, dried fruits, they're natural. But for the aging body, they can be dangerous. They raise blood sugar, spike inflammation, weaken memory, and drain your energy. But don't worry, because next, we're flipping the script. There are fruits that don't just avoid the damage, they help reverse it. fruits that fight aging, lower blood pressure, clear the brain fog, and help you feel younger than you have in years. We'll reveal all 4 of them and how to start using them today. But first, if this is opening your eyes, tap that subscribe button right now. And in the comments, tell us, which fruit are you shocked to hear about today? We read every comment. Your story might help someone else see the truth. Now, let's turn to the fruits that heal. Now that you know which fruits to avoid, let's talk about the ones that can bring you back to life. Because not all fruits hurt your body. Some, especially when you're over 60, can actually heal it. There are fruits that protect your heart, calm your blood pressure, sharpen your memory, and even help your skin glow again. Here are 4 powerful fruits that can slow aging, fight disease, and give you back the energy and clarity you thought was gone forever. Okay, so now you know. You've seen the fruits that harm, you've discovered the ones that heal, but the real question is, how do you start? Because I get it, changing your habits at 60, 70, 80 years old, that can feel overwhelming, but here's the truth. You don't have to change everything. You just have to change enough. So let me give you a few simple, doable tips that can make all the difference. Starting today. Yeah, avocado is technically a fruit, and if you're over 60, it's one of the best things you can eat. Why? Because avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the good kind, especially a compound called oleic acid, which helps lower bad cholesterol and raise the good kind. They're also loaded with potassium, even more than bananas. That's key because potassium helps relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure naturally, something many seniors struggle with. Let me tell you about Marjorie, 73. She used to wake up lightheaded, felt tired by noon. Her doctor told her she had borderline hypertension and wanted to put her on meds. But Marjorie wanted to try something natural first. So she started eating half an avocado every morning, sometimes on toast, sometimes straight from the spoon with lemon and salt. 6 weeks later, her blood pressure had dropped. Her energy was better. Her doctor said, "Whatever you're doing, don't stop." And that's just the beginning. Avocados are also packed with lutein, which protects your eyes, and healthy fats, which help your body absorb vitamins like D, E, and K, something many older adults are deficient in. One fruit. So many benefits, just half a day is enough. You've heard the phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, when it comes to aging, it's actually true. Apples are high in a special kind of fiber called pectin, which feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Why does that matter? Because your gut controls far more than digestion. It affects your immunity, inflammation, and even your brain chemistry. Let me introduce you to Fred, 76. He was always reaching for dried banana chips, fruit bars, things he thought were healthy. But he was crashing hard in the afternoons. His digestion was off. He wasn't sleeping well. So he made one small shift, one fresh apple every day, round noon. Within weeks, his energy evened out. His cravings dropped. His blood sugar stopped spiking. But here's what really surprised him. His thinking became clearer. Apples contain flavonoids like quercetin, which reduce inflammation in the brain and help protect memory. And thanks to their fiber, apples help regulate blood sugar. Even though they're sweet, they're also hydrating, easy to digest, and great for your teeth. Chewing them increases saliva, which helps prevent gum disease. Red, green, or yellow, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat them whole, with the skin. Just one a day can support your gut, your heart, and your mind. Let's pause for a moment and take this in. Marjorie brought her blood pressure down. Fred balanced his gut and his brain. Helen got her memory back. Charles felt mentally sharp again. And all they did was eat the right fruit. Not pills, not expensive treatments, just nature's medicine in the palm of their hand. These aren't just snacks. They're tools for living longer, stronger, and sharper, but only if you choose wisely. So here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow, look at your fruit bowl. Remove the ones we talked about earlier, the ones causing harm, and add just one of these 4 healing fruits back in. You don't have to change everything overnight, but one change, one fruit, one moment of care can completely transform your next chapter. And if this part of the video gave you hope, if you're thinking, I can do this, then hit that subscribe button right now. We're building a community of people just like you, people who want to stay strong, sharp, and in control, no matter their age. And let us know in the comments, which of these 4 fruits are you adding to your plate this week? Your answer might inspire someone else to start today. Okay, so now you know. You've seen the fruits that harm. You've discovered the ones that heal. But the real question is, how do you start? Because I get it. Changing your habits at 60, 70, 80 years old, that can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. You don't have to change everything. You just have to change enough. So let me give you a few simple, doable tips that can make all the difference, starting today. Tip 1, eat fruit whole, not juiced. Fruit juice, even if it's natural, is missing the fiber. And fiber is what slows sugar down. If you're drinking orange juice or fruit smoothies with no pulp, your body absorbs that sugar fast. It's almost like soda. But when you eat fruit whole, like an apple, a pomegranate seed, or blueberries, that fiber helps protect your blood sugar in your brain. Tip 2, pair fruit with healthy fat or protein. This is a secret few people talk about. Let's say you're having an apple. Add a tablespoon of peanut butter, or toss some blueberries into Greek yogurt. This combo slows digestion, stabilizes energy, and keeps your insulin from spiking. You feel full longer, and you don't crash later. Tip 3, don't eat fruit late at night. It might sound harmless, but late night fruit can raise blood sugar right before bed, and that can disturb your sleep, increase nighttime bathroom trips, and leave you groggy in the morning. Instead, aim for fruit in the first half of your day. Breakfast or midday is best. Tip 4, make a safe fruit routine. You don't need 12 types of fruit in your fridge. Just stick to the 4 that work for you. Here's one example. Morning, half an avocado on toast. Midday, 1 whole apple. Afternoon, a few ounces of pomegranate juice or seeds. Evening, a handful of blueberries. That's it. Simple, balanced, powerful. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even one better choice each day can help restore your energy, clear your thinking, and maybe even add years to your life. You deserve that, and you don't have to do it alone. If this helped you feel confident about making changes, go ahead and hit the like button so more people see this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that's actually made for you. Not just generic advice, but real solutions for people over 60 who want to feel strong again. We've got one more section coming up, and it's the most important of all. Stay with me. Let's bring this full circle. Remember Dolores, 71? She thought grapes and pineapple were helping her, but they were draining her, slowly, quietly. Her energy was gone, her memory was slipping, and her blood sugar was rising. She felt older than her years, but after learning the truth and swapping in just a few healing fruits, she felt different. I didn't just lose weight, she said. I got me back. She started sleeping better, waking up clear, laughing more. That's the power of the right choices. And remember Charles? Who couldn't recall simple things? Blueberries brought him back. And Marjorie, whose blood pressure dropped after half an avocado a day? These aren't just stories. They're reminders that you still have time, that it's never too late to turn things around. You don't have to change your whole life. You just have to change what's on your plate. So if this video gave you hope, knowledge, or just a little clarity, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell icon so you never miss what's coming next. We're building a space just for you, where age is not a limit, but a reason to live smarter. And in the comments, tell us, what fruit are you keeping? And what fruit are you finally letting go? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to see today, because what you eat can either age you or bring you back to life. The choice is yours. If this video opened your eyes, don't let the message stop here. Hit that subscribe button right now. Share this with a friend or loved one over 60. It might save their health. And in the comments, tell us which fruit you're most surprised by. Your story could help someone else realize what they need to change. Your health is in your hand, and it starts with the next bite you take.